got ignition. All right, get ready.
Good morning. It is Friday, April 24th. It's race day. I'm properly on brand with my coffee. Already having some technical difficulties. The computer seems to be a little fussy this morning. My paints aren't working for my car, so we'll see how that works. But the Porsche race that Spencer and I are participating in, practice actually started just a little bit ago. It's 7:45. And so we're gonna log on, do some practice qualifying at 10, I'm looking at my notes over there, 10:15, race at 11. We're running Silverstone with a whole group of professional Porsche drivers and some professional sim drivers. So yeah, I'm not feeling as prepared as I would like to be, but you know, I've got a family and a normal job and we're in the middle of a crisis and all that stuff, and this sim stuff is still pretty new, but I'm looking forward to getting on the track nonetheless, and I'll bring you all along. And here's a quick tour of the setup. So I've got some audio going there, my seat. That's my control panel. Try to program some of the buttons that are in the actual car there because I don't have buttons on my steering wheel. So we got the 3 screens going. That's my spot for some snacks. Can't imagine I'll need my gloves, but it is a 2-hour long race, so that's kind of interesting. Spot for my coffee. And then these old school Nikes seem to be my sim driving shoes. Oh yeah, there's the pedals. That's probably the best part of my setup here, but still not really up to par with what lots of guys are doing. But it feels actually fairly reasonable, so that's my 50-cent tour. So I've got all my screens going now. This is my crew chief. This guy, there's a bunch of information there and he talks to me during the race. That's the trading paints thing, it seems to work. I printed out a little cheat code for buttons that do things that maybe I'll need during the race. It looks like I'm actually early. I thought it started at 7:45, but I guess it starts at 8. And then here is the chat stuff. So I'm gonna do my best to manage all that while we're going here. I don't think this spinning wheel is good at all, but it tends to be how technology works for me. So that's why I got up 3 hours before the race starts. I think this is progress. I at least see Silverstone in the background now. See? And instead of a spinning wheel of doom, it's a moving bar. Hey, look at that, we made it. Other cars on track already. Let's head into the garage, change our setup. Okay, we've got setup on the car. Let's we're gonna adjust some brake bias forward while the tires are cold here, and maybe even put in a little extra ABS and TC. Now we're gonna go practice. So I honestly think I'm giving this a pretty noble try, and I'm trying to like come along and like the sim racing world, but I'm also just trying to be honest with myself. I can't decide if it's because I'm really bad or if I just genuinely don't like it. I don't like sitting here in front of the computer for hours on end. I'd rather be outside working out or hanging out with my kids or family or something, but committed to these next few races, so I'm gonna do them. But seriously, I am the world's worst sim racer, and I'm just having a hard time finding it enjoyable. So here goes some practice session. A little bit of time left till qualifying. It's crazy how long it takes to actually get the tires warm in these cars. It literally is like your third, fourth, or even fifth lap where the car starts to feel drivable. So I'm bringing you along on a warm-up lap here, so you can kind of see what it looks like. So I'm trying to get heat in the tires and getting the car ready to go. Well, this was appropriate. Friday is lawn care day at our house. So you kind of saw how bad it was. You probably can't really tell actually. I am the slowest Porsche Cayman by quite a long shot, and I'm not getting any faster. The good news is I'm not crashing every lap now, so that's kind of a plus. So I guess we'll just go do the same thing in qualifying to make sure I at least qualify for the race. And then I'll just hope that like racecraft matters and I can just stay out of trouble and finish somewhere in the middle. That's about the best bet at this point. Sometimes you gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away and know when to run. That doesn't apply to this. I know what I got and it's not much, so I'm just gonna play the best I can. Okay, I will take a genuine minute to be kind of serious too, because even if I don't love sim racing, it is what we have right now, and these guys are legit. I don't know which ones are, pro drivers from overseas and which ones are pro sim racers, but they've put a lot of time into this and they've got it figured out. Just don't know that I've got that much time. Still running a business during this and a family, and I just honestly can't wait for racetracks to go green again. That's where I've put my time into figuring out, and until then, as long as they'll let me play, I'll play, and I'll try to be a gentleman and stay out of the way the best I can and cross my fingers for a somewhat reasonable, respectful result. That's what I got. All right, qualifying time. I was just on what was a good lap for me, but I moved to the middle of the track and some guys ran into me, so I don't know. I don't know if I can handle this. So you may as well join me in car again for another mediocre lap to put me qualified last on the grid. It looks like it's going to be a pretty securely locked up last place in qualifying. There is 9 minutes to go, but I can't go any faster, so I'm going to have an apple. And maybe plan what my workout's going to be later today. Yeah, just, not really working out for me, this whole sim stuff. Okay, I guess I'm going to go sit down now. It says it's going to start in a minute, so enjoy. Oh, look, I think that's Spencer. There was a little bit of downtime sitting on the grid, so I thought I'd get a little pre-race stretching in after I got my headphones all straight. And then I decided I need a little change of pace. Maybe putting on my race gloves would help make me faster. You know, like make it more serious or more real or something. All right, my crew chief just told me that I'm in P9. Follow Spencer in the right lane. 80 degrees outside. It's a nice day in England. So that's what the start of my day is going to be like. A spin on the start, followed by another spin. But then it actually did go on pretty well after that. Managed to stay out of people's way, and I didn't crash or spin for like at least an hour, which was like an iRacing record for me. And check me out, what a gentleman I'm being, slowing up to let some of the leaders go by. can't say during the session that I ever totally got it. The pace of the leaders was incredible. Like I was saying before, the guys that are really good at this have clearly put in a lot of effort, and they're really good at what they do. So it was fun to be along for the ride. I let the camera roll for a little bit, and the end was not spectacular, but I made it. So I guess that's it. That was 2 hours. So I'm sitting here on the simulator. We're done. P8 looks like out of 10 cars in class. Yay, good job, Derek. Maybe not my cup of tea, but it was entertaining, I guess. And there I am on course. The race has ended. I think this is what I'm supposed to do. I don't know if you're supposed to like drive back to pit lane or what. Oh, disappeared. Must be done. Here's the results. Well, I wasn't all the way last. Finished ahead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But yeah, not so hot. All right, here's my note to the series. Thanks for letting me tag along. Clearly not my cup of tea, but it was fun, and I hope I didn't fail anyone's race. All I ever heard in my headphones was faster cars approaching. Duh. Thanks again. All right, signing out from the Porsche Sports E-Race. So even though it was a P7 or a P8 finish, I will say there's got to be something positive to take away from it. And I will say I've never sat in my simulator for 2 hours, and I didn't think that I could do that. Nor have I ever gone like more than 10 minutes without crashing or spinning out. So, you know, the fact that I went for a little over an hour, I think, without an incident or spin, and I think the last one was caused by somebody else hitting me that I was trying to stay out of the way of. So I must have learned something, I guess. And it was fun racing. I just, I would like to be better at it, but I honestly don't know if I have the time to commit to also being good at sim racing. So that just might be okay. Do it for fun, as long as people let me. All right, signing out. Have a good rest of your day.